These are the Letterboxd one-liners for past lives. Hey, me, my partner and their childhood lover really liked your vibe from across the bar.
That's what she breaks the fourth wall, and she's like, "Hey, I'm looking for another guy to add to this." You ever heard of this thing? You ever heard of this thing called in or whatever?
Exactly.
In South Korea, we have this term.
Right. That'd be her pickup line.
Yeah.
Well, maybe give him some. He came up from Korea. He's certainly not getting any. Anyway, tell me your long.
She's like, do I know you from a past life?
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Telling your long lost friend and potential lover to watch Eternal Sunshine is an act of emotional violence.
True.
Agreed.
It's kind of funny.
Agreed.
I
love the movie, but yes.
I watched it with my ex after we had like broken up and then gotten back together. Like,
what is wrong with you? Why did you?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I watched it with an ex before we broke up, but that's a different story.
What is wrong with you people? Why would you do that?
I didn't know what I was getting into.
There just wasn't that many things on Netflix that I really wanted to watch. You know, I was like,
you're better off watching Face Off. It took me 2.5 weeks to finish this movie because the intimacy made me want to remove all the veins in my body with a plastic fork.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, that could either be good or bad, but she gave it 3.5 stars. She's like, but the movie itself, mediocre, I guess. That's the that's my rating for it. But
3.5, from my metric, 3.5 is pretty good. Most movies are 3 or 3.5, if you ask me.
Yes.
I usually do 3. My metric is if I'd watch it again. So it's like if I'm like I could see this once and then like never watch it again, that's usually like a 3.5. If I liked it, you know what I mean? And then if I give it like a 4, that's like rewatchable territory.
Yeah, 4 is like, I dig this. 4.5 is like, this is great. 5 is like almost impossible, but like my favorite ones of all time. So
I think I gave Fitzcarraldo a 5 because I was like, people actually died making this.
You got in that case, you really do indeed have to give it up.
Yes.
They really got my ass. I was weeping.
Oh, you caught me weeping over here.
Yeah, it's a tearjerker.
She has that long the last shot, right? Like before is kind of crazy where she's going down like this the fucking entire block. She goes down the whole block and and she gets to her husband and then she's crying by the end of it, and like I have to imagine that crying was like organic. You know what I mean? Like that's she like had to channel that somehow.
Yeah, that's incredible ending, and like the fact that it's played out in one of those like short walks that it's like one of the longest walks ever is it's really great.
Longest block ever somehow. How far away did you tell the Uber to go, dude? Like,
did you pick the wrong address? Anyway, heartbreak does not feel good in a place like this. That Nicole Kidman was full of shit, man.
Right. Heartbreak feels great in a place like this. New York City is the place.
Locked in that hell dimension that Nicole Kidman's hanging out in. Keep your hopeless romantic friends away from this. This is like crack for them.
and he doesn't get the girl in the end.
Past lives, not even once.
Yeah. I hope he got some in one of those 8,000 lives. That's all I'm saying.
Get the pussy.
But what if you watch it again and it has a different ending?
But also, so some of the lives are happening at the same time. So like your life isn't complete and you're on just a different dimensional plane. Like,
oh, a multiverse of madness.
Yeah, it's gonna say you're everything everywhere all at once in it.
Yeah. I'm just glad that they didn't like edit it. That this movie's told literally and not like in the 90s it would have just been down in like different parts like Pulp Fiction.
This is the most brutal movie I've ever seen. Cannibal Holocaust ain't got shit on this one.
Cannibal.
That one line though, where he's like, "You're someone who leaves," but for him, you're someone who stays in his life. And it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that's a drop the mic moment for sure. If you're trying to, if you're trying to get trouble,
he's like, I know why, but like he's realizing she's everything he's not, right? Like he's still in South Korea. He goes on this one trip, but like I'm sure he lives most of the time at his parents in South Korea, and I don't think he's traveling that much. I don't think he has those days off. His salary is middling, right? Like,
well, I mean, he knows Chinese, so maybe he goes to China every once in a while. But you know,
ooh, China. This year's In Another Life, I would have really liked just doing laundry and taxes with you. Just dropped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Everything Everywhere All at Once, the Daniels, they gave this movie so like a shitload of props. Like they've talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's almost the same movie, but without the kung fu. Like if you ever wondered what they'd be like without butt plugs and kung fu, you have this movie.
Oh, what would Matthew Film Guy say about it then? He would have nothing to say. Thank you. Burn. Shout out to the husband for being shockingly chill about this whole situation. He really was.
Just like trying to think of like, wow, man, like if your wife was like, oh yeah, my childhood lover from Korea, he's gonna come visit. He's visiting the city.
He's what?
Yeah. oh god damn it! Is he hot? I don't know. I mean, you know,
white.
Some people say so.
Or Korean.
Okay. All right. So yes, the answer is yes. Got it. Hello, hi, Sung. Please meet my husband, Arthur, author of the book Boner.
He's like signing copies of the book too. Like he's like, I'm signing Boner, you know. Like.
Yeah, exactly. This is what you do. You sign boners. Those are the Letterboxd one-liners for past lives. Please follow the show on our Letterboxd HQ account at Movie Night Extra. We are posting up all of the write-ups of all the episodes of what we do here, along with additional content and things along those lines for you to peruse at your enjoyment.